Hello, this is Scare Hunter, and you're listening to The Adventures of Tia, a array of wonderful kids' stories. Our next story is Tia Conquers the Bully. So grab your kids and have them listen on. Tia went to school one day, and her teacher said, "We have a new student class. Let's all say hello to Carol." After the kids said hello, Carol sat in an empty desk next to Tia. Tia smiled and said, "Hi, I'm Tia. I like your shoes." Carol looked at her and said, "Don't touch them. They are expensive, unlike your ratty old hand-me-downs." Tia sat there in shock at Carol's attitude. Of course, she thought it was because Carol was new at the school. But she quickly found out that wasn't the case. Every day, Carol would pick on Tia in one way or another. Carol would even brag about the stuff her rich dad bought her, especially when the teacher wasn't around. The class was starting to get annoyed with her. They tried telling a teacher and their parents, but they all said, "Just give her some time. She's new. She'll warm up to you." As months went by, Carol's verbal abuse when the teachers weren't around became more frequent. Mostly she would tease them about how much money her family had compared to Tia and her classmates. One day during their class Christmas party, Tia saw Carol reading by herself. Tia also noticed that Carol had been crying. She knew it was a bad idea, but she went to give Carol a Christmas cookie. Carol took the cookie and Tia asked, "You okay? You seem so sad." Carol sniffled, said, "Not that it's any of your business, but I just found out that my parents will be on business trips for Christmas. Not the first time this happened. They've always been too busy with work, so no time for me." Tia looked at her and said, "That's so sad. I can't imagine what it would be like if my parents never had time for me." Carol got angry and said, "Of course you can't imagine it. Just go away and leave me alone." During recess, Tia couldn't stop thinking about Carol's situation. Tia's friend Sarah walked up to her and said, "Why did you give that spoiled brat a cookie? And why were you even talking to her? I hope Santa brings her coal for Christmas." Tia calmed Sarah down and told her what happened. When she finished, Sarah said, "No wonder she's acting like this. We should do something for her." Tia and Sarah gathered all the kids together and told them about Carol and her parents. They all felt bad, and they agreed to help give Carol the best Christmas ever. All the kids asked their parents and teacher to help. When Christmas morning came, Carol just stared at her breakfast while her nanny prepared the Christmas gifts. The nanny walked up to her and said, "I know you're sad, but please eat something. You'll make yourself sick." Carol just sighed and went up to her room. The nanny was about to follow her when she heard the doorbell. Carol was laying on her bed and crying when the nanny came in. She smiled at Carol and said, "Come on, let's get you dressed. You have visitors." As Carol got dressed, she thought, "Who would visit on Christmas?" When when she went downstairs, she was surprised to see her teacher, the kids from class, and their parents. "What are you all doing here?" she asked in surprise. Tia walked up to her and said, "I know you told me to leave you alone, but it's just not right that your mom and dad left you here to spend Christmas alone. So we all decided to come and celebrate Christmas here with you, if you want." Carol got up to Tia's face, paused for a second, then gave her a big hug as she began to cry. Carol let go of Tia and said, "Thank you so much. This is so nice. Nanny Sanchez, do you think we could invite them to have some Christmas breakfast with us?" Nanny Sanchez smiled and said, "I think that would be a wonderful idea. Would you all like to join us?" Everyone cheered and sat down for breakfast. When Christmas break was over, Carol went up to Tia and said, "I just wanted to thank you and our class for spending the day with me. It was the best Christmas ever. Also, I'm sorry for teasing you." Tia smiled and said, "I forgive you. And if you ever feel lonely again, just tell me in our class, and we'll hang out whenever you want." Tia and Carol became best friends after that. Well, hope you all liked that little story. And also, don't let the bed bugs bite.